Hello, this is Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI. It's a beautiful day today. It's mostly sunny and very windy. Wish it would rain, but I think we're supposed to get some rain Monday. Well, I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and coming up New Year's soon. And I want to especially uh, send my deepest sympathy for all of those who were affected by the typhoon Odette, Odette, Odette. I'll get it right one of these days. Uh, y'all got hit pretty hard. I hope everybody is safe, and you can always rebuild, but you can't replace that life lost. So I'm hoping everybody's safe, and our thoughts are with you during this season. And so we just wanted to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Uh, we had a great Christmas meal with turkey and ham, cornbread dressing, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, and to top it off, something that's kind of rare here in the Philippines, apple pie. You can get buko pie everywhere, but apple pie can't always find it. So I stuffed myself, and then as I usually do, I took a nap. When you get old, you take naps. And so I wanted to talk to you. I did this. I did a video on this before, but it's been maybe a year or two. Uh, the Philippines is one of the most natural disaster-prone countries in the world. We get everything. We get typhoons, which are like hurricanes in the U.S. We get earthquakes. We get volcanoes. We get floods. Uh, Not so many tornadoes like we have in Texas and the Midwest, but we get hit with just about everything. Since we've been here, we've been affected a little bit by a volcano. First year we were here, had some major eruptions, mostly ash and gases, but didn't affect us here at our house that much other than for 3 days we were without power. I left after about the first day and let my in-laws stay here. They always enjoy that when we decide to go off places, and they get to stay here. But lost a whole bunch of groceries because the refrigerator stopped working. Uh, and I've been trying to figure out whether I want to put in solar panels uh, or just get a generator and use that. But I'm kind of leaning towards solar and wind power. Uh, but it's quite expensive, so I have to save up a little money or something. I win the lottery, bad chance of that happening. So, yeah, if you move in here, you got to take these things into consideration. If you're on, most of the typhoons come out of the Pacific Ocean and slam into the eastern coast of the Philippines and different islands. This one came, I think, in Surigao and Bohol, and went across through Cebu. Um, so if you want to live on the coast, you've got to make sure you take that into consideration that you may get some typhoons coming through. You also don't want to build along a fault line. Now they have geological maps that you can tell where the fault lines are. So, and don't build too close to the volcano. I like the volcano. It's beautiful, but when it's erupting, I don't want to be too close. So here we were fortunate when we had those big eruptions before that the wind, the wind was blowing more out of the west to the east, and it carried all that ash to Tagaytay and places beyond down to Santa Rosa. They even had uh, a lot of ash there. But we didn't get very much. You just got a light little dusting of the volcanic ash. Didn't have much to clean up or anything. It's just that 3 days without electricity is just too much for me. So after that first day, and it still didn't look like it was going to be on, we took off and went to Angeles City, where there's a lot of American food places, and so we spent a couple of days there until we finally got the electricity back on, and then we came on back. But so you have to take into consideration where you want to live and what kind of things might affect you and your life in that area. So when we were thinking about it, one, we wanted to be close where there was pretty good medical care. A couple of the hospitals are really good here in Tagaytay, and that was one consideration. And out of other places, I wanted to be up a little bit high in elevation, so it'd be a little cooler for me. And that's why we selected this area near Alfonso and between Tagaytay and Nasugbu on the west coast. So we're close enough that we can go to the beach anytime we want to, either Batangas or Nasugbu. So this is a good area to live in. You're close enough to Manila, but you're far enough away to avoid a lot of the smog and pollution and you find in Manila. So those are something you have to consider about whether you want to live in an area that could get typhoons coming through. And some of them are pretty powerful, like this last one, which was a super typhoon, which means it's the speed of the wind speeds are way up there. And if you look at some of the other bloggers that live in those areas, you saw electrical lines were just blown over right on the road. And a lot of the Filipino houses are made out of bamboo, and those didn't last very well against the winds from the typhoon. And when things like that happen, it's Philippines doesn't always have the infrastructure and everything ready to recover quickly from that. So those are things you keep an eye out if you're going to move here. Whether you buy your own plot, if you're married to a Filipina, you can do that. Uh, or you're renting a place. So, so just search around, ask people. This place gets flooded often. Do you have earthquakes here? How often do typhoons hit? And they'll tell you. The real estate agents will know that if you're going to use them. So just get a place that you think will be safe for you and where you can have a good time. I like this area because we're up a little bit high, and we get really nice breezes coming off of the South China Sea and the Philippine Sea, and from the East Coast. The typhoons don't hurt us so much here because if it comes across, on the East Coast of the here, it's still got mountains to cross before it gets here. And so we've had some pretty good ones, but and it broke a few limbs of our I can't think of the name of it now. Jackfruit trees. Yeah, those get pretty good sized trees, but their branches are not that strong. So anyway, we had a great Christmas. Hope we'll have a great New Year. If everybody get vaccinated, we get into this pandemic. Some people are just too hard-headed, and plus ignorant of science. Trust science more than some 40-year-old living in his mama's basement and writing ridiculous, outlandish stuff about something they didn't know nothing about. So anyway, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and stay safe. Enjoy this country. Enjoy the people. Help out when you can. We've had quite a few Christmas carolers come by the gate, and of course they're always expecting a tip, and we always oblige. So y'all have a good day, and I hope everybody's safe, and take good care of yourselves and your pets and people that you need the help. So I'll see you maybe tomorrow, and y'all take care.